In this video, we'll be talking about how we met. Because soon, just in a few days, we'll be celebrating our first anniversary. So for that occasion, we decided to make one video to describe how it was when we met for the first time, which was 31st December 2022. As we are recording, it's 25th of December. So then let's start.
Yeah. So I'm an introvert. Basically, I generally don't go out of my home, and I'm a medical student as well. Life is already too hard. I generally don't go out for anything other than going to the supermarket. So one time I was forced to go out because I had my friend sleeping back at my place. So he really needed it. So he sent two of his friends. He's based in Germany, by the way, and she works in Germany at the time. And he texted me that I'm sending two of my friends to pick the sleeping bag up. Can you just give it to them? And I said, yeah, sure, yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, I'm just going to give the bag and I'll be coming back. That's what I thought. And it ended up more than just transfer of bags.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. It was supposed to be just like a very short meeting, but it turned out to be like a longer one because I wanted to be polite. My friend had Raj's number and they were updating each other, but I also be texting from her number some silly stuff, and also like something like sending some cute emojis to him. It was like more like for fun. And then we would also thought, okay, we polite to maybe write to him if he wants to hang out after that, like basically after giving us the sleeping bag. So that's what we did, and he agreed. He went.
I was still surprised like how I agreed to it, but generally I will say like I have meeting, I have so many other stuff to do, I don't have time. But I just thought like at that time it was really hard because medical school is quite hard, it's lonesome, long journey. So I was kind of at a low point. I just wanted some break. I wanted to force myself to go out. So I thought that will be an opportunity. That's what I thought in my mind. And and I was also quite surprised by the emojis and stuff she was sending her through her friend's phone.
Yeah.
When we meet for someone for the first time, it was a lot of hearts involved. I was like, okay, that's like a very open person. I don't know.
Yeah.
So and then and the thing is, as I said, since I don't go out much, I just came out, said I promised them to meet at certain time, let's say around 10 or something, when their train arrives.
But it was morning and it was around 10 actually. 10, 11. Yeah.
And I went to the tram stop and I'm standing there realizing that my phone's data just died because I recharge every 6 months once. Then that was the end of the year where the plan expires, which I did not know. And the tram got cancelled to go to the railway station to pick up them. So I had no way of reaching out to them. I hated myself so bad. I was cursing myself the entire time. I rarely go out. I wanted to help my friend to get his bag back, but I just am so useless at that point. Is feeling so helpless as well of all the things that went against me. When finally after the delayed tram I reached to them at like 10:30 or something. So were you guys waiting for me, like, or you guys just
No, you were waiting. But actually, surprisingly, we came at a very similar time. We didn't have to wait for him so much. Later, we found out that how many points he had.
Maybe
later.
You guys waited 5 minutes?
It was just some minutes. It was not a long time. It was easy to recognize him because he wore the same t-shirt as in his WhatsApp picture. He kind of looked the same as in his WhatsApp picture. So it was for us also easy to recognize him. And for him also because he knew he would be expecting an Indian girl and some Polish girls. It kind of was.
So I was so desperate. I was running fast to the railway station, thinking that oh my god, I'm already half an hour late. Probably they left the station already. I do not know. I got the railway station's public Wi-Fi, and then I connected it and I lifted my head, and you both are standing. Then I
Yeah,
just went and talked to you, and you guys.
exactly.
And then and then we get to know each other, and
Yeah. So that was the time when we met. So I decided let's go to do some tours around the city center. I decided to show them my university because I did my master's degree in Wrocław, so showing them my art university, kind of explaining how it was for me to study there, since he also is studying there. So maybe he could also kind of see how my experience was. So we came to the riverside where I would be usually going out and just walking, and we took like a photo shoot in that place.
I just realized that I don't know anything about that city, even though I lived there for 2 years. When she was explaining all the stuff that are out there, I had no clue like these things are there. So that much of an introvert I am. So so she was teaching me and explaining me the different cultural heritage sites and churches and other museums, which I had never stepped foot into, and I did not even know those things existed. So it was like a very funny way like that they are explaining me how the city is, even though they just came to the city and then I am there for 2 years. So
and also during this photo shoot that I mentioned by the riverside, there's also like a really funny picture of us, like I think our first picture together, the first. And I still keep mocking him for this one pose when he was hugging this sleeping bag like this, like he would not be leaving it alone, like he came to bring it to us, but then he kept hanging out with us for multiple hours carrying the sleeping bag like this, and like you will see this here.
The photo is so funny. Because it feels like she's just on her own and then I'm madly in love with the sleeping bag or something.
Looked like that, exactly. And then we went to those churches, like I was explaining stuff also about some other parts of the city, and after that we would decide to go for lunch. And before lunch, like all of us had to have a break for the restroom, and that was like this magic moment for us, that we started to realize that we have feelings for each other.
It was so interesting that it did not feel like we are just friends, a little bit more than that, just to sound less cliche, I guess. So I really liked her. When we had that small 2-3 minutes of conversation, I know, like I kind of connected with her more intimately, I would say.
True. It felt like more private because we had like 1 minute or 2 minutes that we spent just talking alone to each other, and that also made a difference. And
then we had lunch together where she was explaining me, and I'm a vegetarian because I'm a veterinary student. She was explaining me all the vegetarian dishes very patiently, so that I just end up eating meat or something like that. And then that's the plan. That's what I planned, that I will be leaving after lunch. But she convinced me to stay for the tea with her and other friends who were coming, and then I ended up staying for tea as well.
But maybe also we'll add this one more thing, how I also was starting to kind of get interested in you, like, or kind of you impressed me a bit more when you mentioned on the way to this shopping mall to eat this lunch, when he was explaining telling like how much he loves cooking, and it's like this is really nice when a guy is really passionate about cooking. I thought that is like really, I already had a feeling he's like a sweet person, like really kind, and plus this cooking thing, that he really likes cooking. I was like, okay, that's really nice that he enjoys it, because not many men do.
I personally love food, and because of that I became a better chef. It's really hard to afford outside when you're a broke student, so I ended up becoming a better cook. Of course, there were a lot of people who taught me how to cook, as I had lived with a lot of people who were elder than me, who used to teach me cooking from different states of India. So I had some really great experiences, so I ended up learning cooking really well. So And when she asked, like, do you know how to cook, I said, do dude, I love cooking. What are you talking about? And then I started ranting about all the things I cooked and then showing all the pictures.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Yeah, I did not know that she was so impressed by that, but yeah, later she told me that. Yeah.
It did, it did impress me. Yeah, so basically, okay, we ate, and then we hanged out with this other friend, and he said, yeah, sure, at the end. He was supposed to leave more early, but even then he decided to come and meet this other friend as well in this tea place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really like a very nice place that we were chatting again for quite a while. And after that we left, and then we were separating.
Yeah, so after the tea, like basically her trying to go back home was about time, so she had to leave to the station back. So, and I also had to leave because I was having some meetings, work related stuff. So when I said okay, I'm leaving, I just looked at her, glanced at her. She was like so sad. It was like really very touching actually. Even though we just met like for the first time ever, so it was like still very moving actually. And then I thought like maybe she kind of has some interest in me, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, so I just thought about that, and then they created a WhatsApp group, and then I ended up texting her privately, and then.
But I created this WhatsApp group so that we exchange pictures because we had pictures from different mobiles. So that was my intention, plus to wish Happy New Year. But that's how we kind of ended up texting.
Yeah. So.
And then we discovered that
history.
that we really liked each other. So that's how it happened. Yeah.
And now it's been like almost 1 year.
In a few days it will be 1 year.
Yep. Yeah. So now I'm spending Christmas with her family. So like Indian person spending Christmas in a Polish household. So that is also one of the videos that's gonna come. So stay tuned. Please subscribe to the channel as well. And should be that.
Yeah. So see you in the next video, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.